The Tesla Model 3 is one of the most important electric vehicles that has revolutionized the car market. Positioned between midsize and luxury, it has attracted a large number of buyers with its competitive price. Today, we're going to test and review the standard model of this car, which is from 2019. Our tests, as always, are divided into 4 parts: acceleration and braking, suspension, handling, and the exciting crash test. First up is the acceleration and braking test. This standard Tesla Model 3 has an electric motor producing 283 horsepower. This power is sent to the rear wheels via a single-speed gearbox. Yes, a single speed. Let's see how quickly this car, weighing about 1,650 kilograms, can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. 3, 2, 1. Since electric cars have great initial torque, it should have good acceleration. Now let's move on to the brakes. Its brakes are not good at all. Not good at all. The ABS was completely destroyed. Let's move on to the suspension test. Alright, for the suspension test, we first go to the cobblestone road. Ooh, it has a very stiff suspension, extremely stiff. It's something else. Interestingly, it transfers little vibration to the cabin, but from the outside you can really tell its suspension is very stiff. It wasn't too noticeable on this path, but it was very obvious on the rocky and cobblestone terrain. Let's go over the bumps and see how it handles them. It's not good at all over the bumps. Not good at all. The car doesn't even accelerate. No matter how much I press the accelerator, the speed stays at 20. Now you see it's working a bit softer because the speed has decreased, but it seems the stability control won't let the speed increase. So let's go to the rocky terrain. On the rocky terrain, nothing is clear. It works smoothly and softly. But such a stiff suspension should at least result in good handling. So let's move on to the handling test of this car. Alright, we've come to the handling test for this car. Given its stiff suspension and the fact that its batteries are placed in the floor, it should have good handling. First, we started at 55 kilometers per hour, which I clearly underestimated, but we can overlook that cone hit since it was my driving error. So, I increased the speed to 60 kilometers per hour. At 60 kilometers per hour, the car managed to handle the course easily with no particular faults. So, let's increase the speed a bit more to 65 kilometers per hour. At 65 kilometers per hour, the car was sliding around a lot and I had a very hard time getting it through, and it still hit a cone. So, it's better to consider 65 kilometers with some leeway as its limit for this test. Alright, we've come to the exciting part of the video, the crash tests. Before we start this section, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment and tell us which car we should test and review next. Alright, first we start with the 50% frontal offset test at 64 kilometers per hour. You can see the car showed a really good performance and has excellent safety. As you can see from the interior dummy view, the occupants are completely safe. Let's move on to the 100% full-width frontal crash test. In the 100% frontal test, the car again showed an exceptionally good performance and no faults can be found. We should actually praise it. Let's move on to the head-on collision test between two cars. Two cars of the same type approach each other at the same speed, 64 kilometers per hour. You can see both cars show an amazing performance. And from the interior view, the occupants of both cars are completely safe. Now let's move on to the difficult part of the crash test, the side impact test. As you can see in the side impact test, the car also showed a fantastic performance. I must say it has a very strong pillar structure, especially its center pillar. From the exterior, it's as if no serious impact occurred. From the interior, the occupants are completely safe. So, it truly deserves its 5-star safety rating. Thank you for watching this far. Well, that was the test of the 2019 Tesla Model 3. If you have another car in mind, please let us know in the comments. Until the next video, goodbye for now.